Warning: sensitive images.
I'm not happy to see Russians die either.
Yes.
I keep telling you, they're so young, handsome, and idealistic.
Yes.
They want to fight, but not like this. Not such a ugly and despicable and below hell kind of fighting.
Yes, Master.
Just killing innocent people by the thousands like that and dig a big grave and throw them all in there. Not to talk about individual cases of raping or harming or torturing yet.
This is a war with mass digital evidence. Every Russian atrocity could be recorded, and as the Kremlin's finding out, every illegal order potentially intercepted and exposed.
Машина проехала, не увидели там машины или техника, и 2 человека с рощи по гражданке.
Да вали там, ебаный в рот, блядь.
Я понял. Тут
Чего
вся
тут
деревня в гражданке.
наебы, блядь? Едет гражданская нахуй, в расход, сука, всех.
Intentionally targeting civilians, something Russia categorically denies is a war crime. Kremlin blames Ukrainian forces for the devastation and the bloodshed. But hours of audio recordings said to be of Russian soldiers communicating with their commanders and released by the Ukrainian security services seem to tell a very different story. One of civilian areas laid to waste by Russian forces on purpose.
Вот и везде, блядь. По западу, нахуй, по населенным пунктам прямо хуярь, блядь.
Я
Понял,
так и
нет?
делаю, так и делаю.
На запад мне кинь туда, нахуй, несколько штук, блядь. Вот эти все ближайшие, нахуй, вот от меня там, блядь.
Все понял, сейчас передам координаты.
Ебани туда нахуй побольше, блядь, чтобы сравнять
Понял.
это с 2 села, блядь.
And killing civilians isn't the only excess of which Russian forces are accused. Multiple reports have emerged of rape of young women, even children, by rampaging troops. One intercept records a Russian soldier in a tank regiment telling a horrified woman on the other end of the line what he knew.
Тут, короче, вообще танкистов 3. Взяли девчонку, изнасиловали.
Кто?
3 танкиста. 16-летняя девчонка.
Наши?
Да.
And plunging morale among inexperienced soldiers, some as young as 18. Disturbed by the violence and desperate for peace so they can go home.
Уебали и съебались сидеть нахуй, лишь бы нахуй не влетело.
Ты будешь ветераном спецоперации на Украине. Путин подписал приказ.
Ветераны, ебало эти все медали, нам тут медалей нахуй обещали. Типа вы каждый получите медаль, еще за эту медаль деньги. Я говорю, идите вы нахуй, везите меня домой, и мне нахуй ваши медали.
But instead of medals, there are now growing calls for those suspected of war crimes to be tried.
A blow for the first Russian soldier to stand trial in a Ukrainian court since the start of the invasion.
The court found Vadim Shishimarin guilty.
21-year-old Vadim Shishimarin sentenced by a civilian court to life in jail for killing an unarmed civilian in a village in northeastern Ukraine 4 days after Russia invaded the country.
Oh, terrible. Okay, tell me.
And one more here. 2/3 of people from Kiev have already returned to the capital.
Very good. Yes, I heard that also they managed to get some people out, escaped from Mariupol. And they told horrible stories.
Yeah.
Horrible stories. I heard one very bad story, like the Russians gave, when they corner the Ukrainians, and then they had to come out and using bread or milk to bait them out.
Oh.
And one family, one older woman, one man said his mother took the milk home. And when she opened it, she saw something inside. And later they say that there was a bomb inside.
Oh my God.
Not a kind of big bomb, of course, in the carton inside. She saw that the carton was already, this is open.
Yes.
She was saying maybe somebody already drank it, so she checked it out, and she saw something inside, and it was like a booby trap.
Wow.
Yeah. If they probably shook it harder or drank it, then they would have been blown to pieces.
Oh my God.
They will become milk themselves.
Oh no.
That's how the Russians are doing charity in Ukraine.
Wow.
So evil.
Yeah, so evil. And even dare to boast about it on TV. They say, we went there just to give them food and blankets. No, that's all that BS. Oh, God. I cannot believe any human could be so evil like that. So they did really give something, but they gave it with a booby trap.
Wow.
Maybe that's why so many people died.
Oh, yes.
Those who are unsuspecting.
Right.
Yes, Master.
And so hungry, so thirsty, they did not think, they just drank.
Yes.
That's how many people died. They don't even have to bomb them a lot. You know, they detonate themselves and with their family die together.
Yes.
Master.
And this is just one instance that they discovered. Many other people died already who could not have a chance to say anything.
Yes, Master.
And nobody would know why they died. Some they know because the hands were tied behind the back and shot in the head. That's different. But people who just died anonymously like that, they would never find out how.
Yes.
Imagine giving children milk and then they put a detonating thing in it.
Oh.
How evil can it be?
Yes, Master.
Oh, I think that the international court should bring Putin, make him answer for all this.
Right.
Yes, Master.
There's no need to examine too long and investigate what, huh?
Right.
Evidence is all over, everywhere.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
UN tonight saying human rights officers documented the unlawful killings of 50 civilians in Bucha, many executed. In total, verifying more than 5,200 civilian casualties, nearly 2,400 of those killed. But the official toll will likely be much greater. A top UN official describing it as a horror story of violations perpetrated against civilians.
We saw for ourselves the disturbing scene in this basement where 5 men appeared to have been executed.
I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bodies in this tiny room in this basement where Ukrainians say people have been tortured, and I can see their hands behind their backs.
Just the fact that they came to the people's peaceful land and killed so many like that, that's enough already. There's no need for any more evidence.
That's right.
Exactly.
Right, Master.
Yeah. Okay, tell me. Anything else?
Yes, Master. G7 finance ministers have pledged more than $24 billion to Ukraine. The amount is for 2022 and beyond, adding that they were prepared to do more as needed. In a statement, the ministers said they regretted Russia's participation in international forums, including the G20 International Monetary Fund and World Bank meetings this week.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yes.
That's what they should do.
Right.
That's what they should do. What for is the money sitting there doing nothing?
Exactly.
It should help the good cause.
Yes. Yes.
Not just Ukraine, but also other elsewhere, wherever needed, in the war-torn countries.
Yes.
Many people forgot, but Russia, they have the bloody hands everywhere.
Right.
Like in Azerbaijan before,
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Nagorno-Karabakh, and killed the ethnic people. That was Russia behind it. Then Russia went in for peacekeeping. Yeah, of course. What else? Huh?
Yes.
Yeah, incited people to kill each other and then went in for peacekeeping. That's also Russia.
Right.
And Russia was also in Mali. They're killing people there and then they frame it on the French, on France.
Oh.
Recently, on news is all over like that. And of course, many other regions before I told you already.
Right. Yes, Master.
Everywhere you look, there's Russian bloody hands everywhere. Behind it or right in front of it or in the middle of it.
Yes, Master.
Yes, ma'am.
So, actually, the Russians under Putin, they committed genocide everywhere. It's not just the first time.
It was obvious for me, but that what is about to happen to Ukraine is basically just a copy-paste job that Russia would do not only to our own country years after years and decades and centuries, but to many other countries. Russia spent so much resources for decades before it to erase any evidence about those atrocities committed against neighboring nations or even indigenous nations inside Russia. And it's still spending insane amount of money, even to this day, to try to hijack narrative or trying to erase those stories and erase our voices telling those. And I put this picture of Grozny in Chechnya, which was razored down to the ground by Putin in 2000s, the same way Mariupol or Kharkiv or other Ukrainian cities look like.
It's like a pattern. They go everywhere just to terrorize people, frighten people into surrendering and submission.
Yes, indeed.
And still kill them anyway, including elderly.
Yes.
Yes.
Инвалидскую машину, знак висит, инвалиды. Дедушка лет за 70 и бабушка. Два старика, которые ехали до дому. Їх упор стоячих на знак стоп. Вони остановилися, їх розстріляли. Парюки і
Просто.
Дедушка і бабушка розстріляли.
Подивіться, як вони пішли. Удвох зразу всі. На той світ. Дивіться. Ось вони тут. Останні миті життя.
Even cut their heads, cut their throats. The old man, what can he do? It's his house for all his life. Where would he go?
Right.
Yeah.
They pushed him, and then if he didn't go, just cut his head like that. What had he done?
Nothing.
Nothing. Just stay in his own house. Old man didn't have anybody to take care of him.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
He had nowhere to go. Maybe he couldn't even walk well. Where would he walk to?
Right,
Yes.
right.
And then just went to his house and cut his head like that. And even filmed it for fun.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, that's how we know it.
Wow.
They didn't do it just behind the curtain or behind doors. They did it right in front of the whole world, just to frighten everybody.
Wow.
Maybe that's why people are afraid of Putin.
Oh.
But I don't know. Putin should be afraid of all the world as well.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that's right.
I don't know why people are so cowardly. I think they're getting a little better now. But otherwise, they just all cowards.
Right.
All right,
yes.
tell me, anything else?
Russia lost its position on the permanent forum of indigenous issues to which Ukraine was elected by an overwhelming majority. And Russia also lost its seat on the UN Committee on the Non-Governmental Organizations, UNICEF, and the UN Women.
Very good. Excellent. But that is too little, too late.
Yes.
UN didn't do anything much.
Yes, Master.
They have the Security Council, they have all the world supporting them, and they did nothing to give Ukraine security.
Yes,
Master, that's right.
What a hoax. All these fake things. You know, they just sit there, eat themselves to obesity, doing nothing much. Such a shame.
Yes, Master.
I would be ashamed if I were the UN leaders or other big members in there. I would be very ashamed. I would resign. If I couldn't do anything, I would resign. Anything else?
Yes, Master. Recently, Korean leaders sent personal letters to each other.
Yeah, I saw that. Good.
KCNA said Moon sent a letter to Kim on Wednesday in which he promised to continue pushing for unification based on joint declarations reached at the Inter-Korean summits of 2018, despite calling the situation difficult. Kim reportedly replied on Thursday that their summits were historic and gave people hope for the future. And on Friday, KCNA said Kim thanked Moon for trying to improve relations between the two countries, calling the letter exchange an expression of deep trust.
Very good relationship now.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a big hope for both countries. Very good. Yeah, I saw that also, and I was very happy.